In Chapter 1, Lesson 12, our essential question is, in what order must operations be evaluated to find a solution when there are parentheses within parentheses? Our I can statement is, I can solve numerical expressions with parentheses, brackets, or braces. So here is an example of an order of operations problem. You see a parenthesis here, and then these are called brackets. And we see the operations multiply, add, and subtract. The first thing I would do here is do 3 times 2, which equals 6. Next, I would do 6 times 3, which equals 18. Then I would need to work inside the bracket. 6 plus 8 is 24. Finally, I will subtract 1 to get 23. Let's take a look at a quick video that goes over the order of operations.
Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. It's the order of operations. Say what? It's the order of operations. Say what? Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract.
Let's talk about the order of operations. It's a set of rules to help you solve equations. Keep in mind as you listen to this verse that the rules are designed to tell you what comes first.
Step 1.
When you see parentheses, jump right in. It's the place that you always begin.
Step 2.
Keep in mind exponents are next. Multiply those out, you got 2 steps left.
Step 3.
Then you multiply or divide. Make sure you always move from left to right.
Step 4.
Follow up with addition or subtraction and keep it moving with the left to right action.
Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. It's the order of operations. Say what? It's the order of operations. Say what? Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract.
You may have heard about PEMDAS. It's a good acronym, but not so fast. It makes it seem like you always have to multiply first and divide last. But wait a minute, class, you always go in the order they appear, from left to right, just to make things clear. The same thing is true with addition and subtraction. Always be sure to pay attention to direction.
Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. It's the order of operations. Say what? It's the order of operations. Say what? Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract. Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, then add or subtract. Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, then add or subtract. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66.
Come on, kids, let's multiply by 6. It's really easy to do, there's no tricks. You're gonna learn it yourself in just a bit.
So let's multiply by 6. Here we go.
6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12.
Here are some vocabulary. First is the order of operations. It's the order in which you solve problems. In the video, you heard parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide, add and subtract. Notice I say multiply and divide because we do those in the order that they come from left to right. Addition and subtraction is the same way. An exponent is a raised number that tells you how many times you multiply a number by itself. Here's an example. 3, we call this the third power. 3 to the third power is the same as saying 3 times 3 times 3. Many times students will want to do 3 times 3 one time because they see the 2 3's. That would equal 9. We can see here the answer to 3 to the power of 3, or 3 cubed, is 27, because 3 times 3 is 9, then 9 times 3 is 27. Let's talk about the order of operations for a little bit longer. First thing you need to do is anything inside a parenthesis. Then we would solve for any exponents we see. Next, you multiply and divide in the order they come from left to right. And finally, we add and subtract in the order they come from left to right. Here's some examples. So we see here we have 15 minus 8 inside the parentheses. So we would do that first. So we would get 7, and I'm going to just write the rest of the problem. Next, we would need to do any multiplication or division from left to right. I see there's multiplying. 7 times 10 is 70. And finally then, I have addition. So I'm going to do 70 plus 4 to get 74. Let's look at the problem over here. I see parentheses, 20 plus 2. 20 plus 2 is 22. Next, I need to multiply. 22 times 10 is 220. And finally, I would add, so I would get 223. Another example. I see my parentheses, so I'm going to write this part of the problem first. And I need to do, they put in here 2 minus 3. I'm going to actually change this number because we don't work with negative numbers. So we're going to make this a 12. So let's cheat a little. I will never have you do a problem like that. All right, so we will start this again. So we can do 5 times 11. We're going to just write that, and we're going to add 12 minus 3, which is 9. So now we did the parenthesis. Now we need to multiply. So my multiplying is 5 times 11, which is 55. And then I'm going to do 55 plus 9, which is 64. Over here, make sure they don't have us working in negatives, and I don't see that. So I would do the parentheses first. So that is 5 times 10, which is 50. Or 5 plus 10, I'm sorry, which is 15. Then I need to do 6 times 9 because multiplying and dividing comes next. So that's 54. And then 54 plus 15 equals 69. Down here, you can see I have added some exponents. So I'm still going to work on the inside of the parentheses first. 11 minus 4 is 7. And this does have an exponent of 2. And so we can write an exponent with that caret to help us out when we're typing. And 18 minus 2 is inside that parenthesis, which would be 16. Now I need to do exponents. 7 to the exponent of 2 is 7 times 7, which is 49. And then finally, I need to do 49 plus 16, and 6 plus 9 is 15. I carry the 1, 4, 5, 6, so this is 65. And the last one over here, remember parentheses first. So I'm going to do 5 times, but this is 10 plus 3, so that's 13. Plus 3 to the exponent of 2. Now I need to do exponents. 5 times 13 plus 3 to the exponent of 2 is 9 because that's 3 times 3. Now I'm going to do 5 times 13, which is 65. And then finally I will solve for 65 plus 9, which is 74. If we take a look at some after that, you are going to then
action.
I'm Tana.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Miranda.
I'm Alex. That's it. Okay, class, here's your problem for today. How do I even solve this?
Solve it PEMDAS style. PEMDAS style. Stuck on a problem, don't you stress, math can be easy. Using these 6 steps makes solving math so easy breezy. Equations that your teacher gives you, now you'll call them cheesy, cause PEMDAS keeps you from getting queasy. Now use PEMDAS here, parentheses, exponents, do them first, use PEMDAS here. From left to right, now multiply, divide, use PEMDAS here. Now that's subtract, it's easy, just like that, use PEMDAS here. Use PEMDAS here. Now it's time to solve it PEMDAS style. PEMDAS style. Solve it PEMDAS style. PEMDAS style. Solve it PEMDAS style. Hey, for this equation. Solve it PEMDAS style. Hey, for this equation. Solve it PEMDAS style. Come join me, Mr. C. I know just how to solve them. PEMDAS can help fix your blue 6 steps to solve a problem. Just take your time, relax, it's fine. PEMDAS can get you through it, cause I know you can do it. Now use PEMDAS here. Parentheses, exponents, do them first. Use PEMDAS here. From left to right, now multiply, divide. Use PEMDAS here. Now that's subtract, it's easy, just like that. Use PEMDAS here. Use PEMDAS here. Now it's time to make math so useful. Here we go. Hey, PEMDAS, you know. Hey, now it's time to make math so useful. Here we go. Hey, PEMDAS, you know. Hey, we're solving that problem. PEMDAS, the way to go. Solve it PEMDAS style. PEMDAS style. Solve it PEMDAS style. PEMDAS style. Solve it PEMDAS style. Hey, for this equation. Solve it PEMDAS style. Hey, for this equation. Solve it PEMDAS style. Mr. C, I need your expertise. I am stuck on this problem, could you help me please? Mr. C, I need your expertise. I am stuck on this problem, could you help me? You know what I'm saying? Solve it PEMDAS style. Hey, for this equation. Solve it PEMDAS style. Hey, for this equation. Solve it PEMDAS style.
Go. Oh, are we waiting? We're gonna have to crop this. Oh, wait, no.
Solve it PEMDAS style.
We are.
Okay, ready?
Wait, where are we?
Oh shoot.
I'm just recording.
Now that we did some examples and we watched some fun videos, please go complete the quiz on forms that you will find in a link through your teams.